on Yelp. Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at. 45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with him.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
You think so? First and foremost, welcome to the Men Don't Know podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. And here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Now, whether you're listening to us on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube Audible, you download that Men Don't Know podcast app. I cannot thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message for my guy. How are we living? Man, question of the day. Same fight on repeat. What I mean by that is, how come some couples are having the same fight over and over again? Like, what is going on? I figured we would call a couple couples and single person that probably recently have been in a relationship, and if they ask them if they've ever had the same fight on repeat, as well as how do you stop having the same fight on repeat? Like, because I'll tell you, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not trying to talk about something over and over.
Yeah.
That's going to drive me crazy. Hey, what are you up to?
Driving.
Nice. I'm here with Koi. Koi, say what's up, Nina.
Nina, what's up?
Hey, Koi.
Nina, let me ask you this. Do you now in your relationship have the same fight over and over again?
No.
Thank God. Stop stressing my guy out.
Shut up. No, we don't really fight.
Yeah, when I met that guy had hair like Mick Jagger.
Wow.
Okay? That was hair. Yeah, now his hair looked like Monty Bird's. Okay? Like,
He's such a liar.
Nina, let me ask you this real quick. I know you drive, but what is the best way for you? What is the best way for couples not to have the same fight over and over again?
I mean, you have to communicate. And both parties have to want to actively listen and to change if something needs to be changed. Yeah.
Like, I just, I hear it multiple times, like, it's like, damn, we already talked about this. Damn, we already talked about this. I'm like, fuck, if y'all already talked about this, what are y'all doing talking about it right now?
Because depending on what the issue is, they haven't resolved it.
Now, at what point do you realize the issue will not be resolved?
Okay. So it depends on what the issue is.
Yep.
And then after a while, you either realize that it can be resolved, and that's when you either realize, okay, it can be resolved, you'll figure out how to resolve it. But if it can't, you gotta, like, that relationship, depending on what it is, you might have to let it go. Like, the relationship, the person. Yeah. Yeah.
But but I feel like people are still holding on. It's like, no, I'm not letting this go.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd rather continue to fight over the same fucking thing.
Because you think it's going to change. Like, the thing is that you might not fight at the moment, but it might, like, they'll figure it out this one time, and then the next time, there's an issue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, people are holding on. They're like, oh, it'll change, it'll get better, or they see something on TikTok or Instagram and be like, oh, shoot, I'm better off with, I'm just going to stay with my person because so-and-so's having a hard time.
Nah, I'm out. We could try to keep fixing it, but at some point you can't keep fixing what can't be fixed.
Yeah.
That's all I had to ask you. Continue to drive. Be safe. Text me later.
I sure will.
All right,
Okay.
Thank
you.
Bye.
Damn. All right. Well, one way. Okay, cool. We got 5 minutes. Let's call Jack real quick.
Hello.
Jack, what's good, family?
Yo.
How we living?
Good, and you?
Good. Question. Well, first of all, I'm here with Coy. So what's up, Jack?
Jack, what's up, man?
Yo, what's going on? How we doing?
All right.
Question for you today. The same fight on repeat. Let me ask you this, my guy. Have you ever been in a situation where you're arguing with the girl that you're in a relationship with and you guys keep having the same fight over and over?
Yeah, it's happened before.
What do you do? What do you do?
It just depends on how far into the relationship you are. How do you
Let's
feel
say
about it?
8 months in. 8 months to a year in.
8 months to a year in. Try to see if you could find a different way to approach it, or try to give a different example of what the argument is about. So put yourself in a third person, or have it from a view from a different person who, kind of like somebody in the middle, or like a judge type of thing, and kind of give that perspective. So that way she could understand, or he could understand where you're standing from in the relationship. And then if that doesn't work, then try to seek help from somebody else and see maybe, hey, I said this and this, or I tried a different approach, or try examples, or try to see if you're writing it down. It might be different, maybe from them writing it, and then they're analyzing it. They could see more.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Got ideas. Coy, this guy got
experience.
Damn. Coy. Experience, ideas. I think we. Oh man, let me also put this one. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Is it harder for people to leave the relationship even though they know it's not working? Like, you constantly fight over and over about the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to the point where it starts getting annoying or get repetitive, and it's not healthy. And depends on the other person. If they don't want to start the whole relationship finding type of situation, they don't want to start dating, so they just duke it out until they get tired of whatever, or they want the other person to fold. They're so prideful, and they're so into the situation that they're like, you know what? No, because at the end they're going to be like, oh, you're the one who decided to leave. You're the one who wanted to do this and choose this decision. So they're just waiting for that other person to say, you know what, call it quits. And then later down the line, they were like, oh, you're the one who did it. So they don't feel as guilty as they should be with the relationship. So it just determines on, what's going on, who wants to do what. But there's always got to be the one mature person who decides, and face the music down the line without any regrets of leaving the relationship. Yeah. But yeah, this repetitive stuff, man, find a way, because that is just going to continue, and it's going to be more difficult for the relationship to continue if it's just a repetitive thing. And or or just tell the person, I can't be doing this anymore. It just continues, and hopefully that person is like, or you both come in agreement and say, let's have a mutual breakup.
Okay. All right, I like it. Damn, man, a lot of times, man, I just always wonder like that. How do you guys keep having the same conversation over and over and over again? Like, what don't you like me to do? Okay, cool. Can I stop doing it? Yes. Okay,
let's figure it out.
Stop doing it. You want to know why? Because I don't want to talk about this again.
Yeah, there's so much more in the future to worry about, that bringing stuff from the past and leaving back there.
Well,
There's no need to live back there. There's no need to be, oh, hey, this is what about. No, let's worry about what's going on in the future. Let's worry about how to make ourselves stronger. Let's worry about what can we bring to the table in the future that's going to make our relationship stronger, so we could learn from it and say, you know what, we did this last time. No, let's not repeat ourselves. Let's move forward. Let's grow together, and hopefully be that one couple that's like 50 years in a relationship, and you're that prime example. And they come to you for advice. They come to you for help. Yeah.
I like it. All right, man. I appreciate you, my boy. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna text you later. We gotta figure out something.
All right, sounds good.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Take care.
All right, take it easy, guys. Thank you, gentlemen.
Hey, I mean, I agree. It's just, I like what he said. He had a lot of good answers in how to change, keep having this conversation come back up and come back up and come back up. Now let's get a girl on this.
Hello.
Jess, what up?
Yes. Hi.
I am here with Koi. What's up, Jess?
Hey, Jess.
Well, hi, Koi.
Jess, my question for you today is, now, it's about having the same argument over and over again. But I remember when you and my guy first got together, he had hair like Rick James. Now, he has a head like Mike Tyson. Bald. Wow. No hair anymore. I feel like you be stressing him out. Do you guys, I'm just playing. It's not true. I'm just playing. Boy, come on, man. Put that down. What I am saying, though, is, do you guys have
I was actually getting in the car right now to come see you. Go ahead.
No, never mind. No, don't need you to do that. Do you guys have the same fight over and over again, or have y'all ever had that happen, and what did you guys do to resolve that so it never happened again?
I don't feel like we really fight. I feel like nowadays it'll just be like simple misunderstandings, and I feel like we had to really have a conversation about certain arguments that would happen over and over again. I feel like a lot of people just tend to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but then it keeps happening because there's no change.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you have to have like a really solid, honest conversation about something if you notice it keeps happening. It's like the same thing you would do with a kid or a teen. If they keep doing the same thing, oh, sorry, but they keep doing it. Okay, well, we need to sit down and figure this out now.
Yeah.
So
nip it in the bud.
Yeah, I think a lot of our stuff was either really minor or just learning a little bit more about how to deal with like being more respectful for each other and having an honest conversation about like, hey, this makes me feel uncomfortable, or this hurts my feelings when you do this, or blah, blah, blah. And then going from there, I feel like Will's never had a problem apologizing. I feel like I don't like apologizing. So it
Wait, you don't like wait. Yeah. Don't run over
I don't
that.
like apologizing.
Yeah,
and I don't
run
like
over
apologizing.
It. Don't try to speed past that. Don't speed past that.
Well, that's why I make sure I'm never wrong, so I don't have to apologize. You see what I did there?
Okay. Wow.
So, yeah. It was just something like that along those lines, I think. So now when something happens, and sometimes I still give the knee-jerk reaction, because I'd say it's more so me than him, but I'll give like a knee-jerk reaction, and then I'm like self-aware of it. It might take me, a little bit, but then I'll go back and I'll be like, hey, you know what? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to react like that, or I didn't mean to snap at you, or this or that. Like, this is what's really bothering me. And then we address it. So I think both parties have to be willing to understand that there's an issue and willing to change it, and maybe not do the blame game, because that's also a bad habit to have in a relationship.
The blame game, I like that. Mm-hmm. Not having the blame game.
Not having it. Well, you do this. Well, it goes back to that tit for tat thing as well,
Yeah, no, 100%.
You do this, and I know this about myself, so let me just try and work on it. My bad. Like, I don't mean to act like that or act like this.
That's good. I mean, I guess that's easier said than done, but I'm glad you guys.
Yeah, it's like weird. It's weird little things. I can give you an exact too that's weird, and I feel like I can't be the only person who does it. a marriage or a serious relationship, and I had to like talk it out with him for him to get my point of view, and then for me to understand what he was expecting out of why he would say the things he would say. So it's like very trivial, but there's times where he'll point things out like certain cars and be like, oh, that car is so sick and blah, blah, blah. And like it might be a Ferrari or just something outlandish or whatever, or just like a very expensive car. Mm-hmm. And I would always be like, oh, yeah, I guess it's cool, but no. And then I started realizing that he would always be like, okay, I'm just telling you, like, why do you always say no or like point out the negative? And then like I had to really stop and think about it. And I told him, you know what? I find that I do that. And I think my thought process is if I tell you, oh yeah, I like that car, I know you, and it's not a bad thing, but he will try to get me anything that I like. And my fear is if I say, oh yeah, I like that super expensive ass Porsche.
I mortgaged the house, but
he'll be like,
okay, I just like
it. We got this. Right. He'll be like, oh, we got this. Like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I bought this car. And it was a conversation for all kinds of things. And I realized that that's why I would do it. And I told him, I feel like I do it whenever you're talking about something that I might like it, but my thought is like, that's giving you the green light to think, oh, well, she likes it. So if I can get it. And he was like, oh, like, I understand what you're saying, but like, no, sometimes I'm just telling you because I like it. But then it seems like you're cutting me off short because you always say something negative. And I'm like, and I am, but this is why. So then we got to the root of that. So I don't do that anymore. And I just know that like, hey, if you're going to make like a big purchase, just talk to me about it first.
Yeah, 100%. But that's
our agreement.
I guess that's the communication. That's that level of communication that you'll have.
And that's why I'm saying, like, for females, I feel like we're looking at something from a totally different angle. And I'm not wrong in thinking the way that I'm thinking, but then I see where he's coming from, where it's 100%. Like, damn, you're always saying something negative when I like something. And it's like, yeah, it probably does come off like that, but that's not why I'm saying it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like fixing weird communicational issues or the way women think versus men so that both parties understand and it doesn't continue to keep happening.
All right. Oh, yeah. All right, that's it. We're going to let you go. I appreciate you.
Of course.
All right.
Later, Jeff.
Later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. I mean, it all stems down with communication. And if someone's not going to see your side and we're going to try it a bunch of different ways and you're not going to learn from it, we got to call it what it is and be okay with it being what it is.
I read something too. It's like maybe one partner is not recalibrating their expectations on something. Because maybe like, whether it's the guy or the girl. Yeah. If they're expecting the other person to do something, it's always a fight. But maybe they shouldn't expect that person to do it, And it could be a number of things. But I'm just saying that.
I like that. Don't expect somebody to do something. Yeah, I like that. That's actually, I like that. It's a crazy way to think. Anyways, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for listening. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube Audible, you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Our merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at MenDon'tKnow, Twitter at MenDon'Know1. Shoot me an email, Chris at MenDon'Know.com, or hop on the MenDon'Know.com website and shoot me a message. Oh my God, we are out of here.
How many pictures are on Yelp? Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where that.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. First date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
thing. So?
I think